Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is RJ. So today we are finally back in Townstar. We're going to be checking out how we got on in the last competitions, what's going on in the next competition, and we're also going to be looking and discussing some other TS stuff as well. So keep watching. Okay, and welcome to another video. And remember, if this is your first time visiting my channel and you want to learn more about how to earn cryptocurrency for free, about cloud mining sites, crypto investments, and lots of other crypto related stuff, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to tag that notification bell so you're alerted to all my latest content as it comes online. Okay, so here we are in Townstar. So obviously it's been a while since I've actually played in a Townstar competition. I think the obviously I did the last one, which was the fabric box, but the two prior to that I didn't do at all. And I tell you, I was seriously rusty when it came to getting back on the horse and playing again. It just seemed to take at me absolutely forever to get my fuel depot up and running, to really get anything rolling at all. And I'll show you what I mean. So basically what you're looking at right now is, this is pretty much how I start my comps now. Obviously a lot of you know that I have picked up the odd NFT here and there. Mostly I've been very lucky and they have been donated to me from subscribers and viewers. So thank you very much to all those people that have done that. It really does help me out, because to be quite honest, if it wasn't for you guys, I probably basically would have no NFTs at all. Anyway, I do have some, as you can see, and this is sort of, like I say, this is sort of how I start my comp. So I start with a flower rush here. In fact, we'll get rid of that last tree there. Put in a rose. Okay, and then we can dump in a windmill just there. So this is, like I say, I'll start this is a flower rush. So basically we have a wheat stand which is providing wheat passively to the windmills, and then the millers have just got to go and get some logs, or a log, is it? Yeah, one wood, and then basically they'll start producing flowers. So that is one of my rushes. The other rush is basically wool. And if you've got plains, the great thing with being on the plains is you don't really have to worry too much about feeders and troughs, because you have the pasture land. Also as well, if we go into here and go terrain, you can buy meadows. Now the difference is with the standard pasture land, that's going to take about 18 minutes to go from the sheep eating it to then it being ready again. If you purchase meadows from the shop, they get done, I think it's like 40 to 45 seconds or something, that they are ready once again. So there you go. And then obviously you can just put loads of that around and your sheep can just eat that, and you're not really got to worry about anything else. And then, so that's my second rush, which is wool. And then I have a third rush going on, which is where, you know, pretty much we've got a solar panel NFT here, and we have a styling ride NFT as well. So the requirements to do oak barrels, which is the third rush, which is an oak barrel rush, requires 3 oak wood, 1 iron, which is provided by the styling ride, and 1 energy, which is supplied by the solar panel. In normal circumstances, this would be a bit further away from these trees, and I'd actually have 4 of these lumber mills, all producing oak barrels. So that's basically how I start my comps now. So I've got 3 rushes going on, and then obviously you got to build your fuel depot. Now, to try and getting this all up and running, for some weird reason, took me absolutely forever. I don't know why, and I was just immediately on the back foot. I was dropping down the leaderboard like crazy. So basically, if we go here, so with, as you can see, we actually, I mean, we start off, I think it's four-day competitions now. I think they are 4-day competitions. So you can see here at 2 days, 17 hours and 31 minutes, I was at nearly 2000th place. I was at 1810th place, 63,000 stars. I don't even think I'd even done my roads at this point. I was still sort of struggling to get my rushes sorted for some weird reason. Like I say, I don't know why it took me so long. Admittedly, because of something else you guys know, I am actually still trying to move house. The nightmare I've had of trying to move house, you would not believe. Obviously, that is not your problem. And I do apologise massively for not being consistent with my uploads recently. But that has been a massive factor. And like I say, because of that, I was basically only being able to play the game when I had spare time. So this is another reason as why maybe it took me so long. So at 2 days, 17 hours, 31 minutes, this is where we're at. And then 24 hours later, pretty much, we hadn't really made any progress. And we've only got basically 2 days left. So 1 day, 23 hours, 21 minutes and 2 seconds. And we were at 1,846. And I think the only thing that was sort of really helping me was those 3 rushes. And like I say, you know, to do those, I required NFTs. So in this circumstance, right, if it wasn't for those NFTs, I would have been way out of the top 2,000 by now. I'm absolutely positive I would have been way out of the top 2,000. But I was earning enough points from those rushes to sort of keep me up, obviously I dropped down a bit, but, we were still staying up there in that top, within the top 2,000. And remember, it's only, for this competition, it was only the top 1,000 that were going to score or going to be able to win Gala coins. And if you just look over to the left-hand side of the screen, you can see this is the breakdown of the rewards. And basically, yeah, like it shows, basically, you basically had to be in the top 1,000. And if you were in that top 1,000, like between 751 to 1,000, you would get 150 Gala. And sort of at this time, this is sort of what I'm just thinking, well, I'm going to struggle to even get into that position because I don't know why. I just could not get anything rolling. Anyway, so at this point, as you can see, we've jumped quite a lot. So basically, the previous, so at 1 day, what was it? 1 day, 23 hours. This is basically, I think, where I actually started to produce my uniforms, wooden boxes, fabric boxes, all that kind of stuff. And then literally 1 day later, as you can see, it was 1 day, 23 hours. It's now 23 hours, 43 minutes. We'd made up nearly nearly 600 places in that 1 day. And we were over 2 million points. So obviously, things had started to come together. We were finally starting to produce the items that we needed to earn those big points. And then if we basically, where we last ended up, obviously it's nearly 2 days later, 1 day, 21 hours, because it just took me that long to get back into the system. You can see here we actually finished up at 1,099 with 5 million points. Obviously the rushes by this time, by the time we'd started actually producing, the 3 rushes had basically gone. We still had wool because we had to produce uniforms, but the other rushes had basically been removed. So the amount of NFTs we were actually using were not a huge amount, but obviously we do have the skins. We have the 10 skin cards, which do speed up production and stuff like that, which does really help. But still, I was actually quite amazed where we ended up. I mean, I know it shows 1,099, so there's still no guarantee that we're going to get that 150 Gala. But as I always say, if you can get close enough, and once cheaters and abusers of the game have been removed, there is a very, very good chance that you're going to get, you know, you're going to earn, that you're going to move up the leaderboard significantly or enough to basically get in to where you're earning rewards. So, like I say, don't get disheartened with this game. If you're, say it's the top 1,000 and you're at, say, 1,200 or, you know, 1,150, or like me, 1,099, there is still a really good chance that you're going to get some rewards. So, you know, in the dying hours, don't just go, oh, forget about it, I'm going to switch off my PC, I'm going to bed. You know, just let it, even if you're slowly moving up, if you're only slowly moving up, you're still moving up. So, and like I say, that's bringing you closer and closer to that point where once cheaters have been removed, you might well then be springboarded into that rewards sort of area. So don't ever give up with this game if you're that close. You know, obviously if you're at like 1,500, then you're not going to make it in, probably. I'd very much doubt you'll make it in. But if you're, you know, within 100 or so, definitely, or 80 or 70 or something like that, definitely keep pursuing it right to the end. Okay, so if we quickly look at our Discord channel. So the next competition we've got coming up is September the 6th. So that is going to be next Tuesday, I believe. Next Tuesday. If we look on here. So Tuesday is, yep. And that's going to be at 5 o'clock UK time for me. But remember, whenever we look at Discord now, these times are geo-specific. So when you look at your Discord, or if you even come into my Discord and look at this announcement, but you're somewhere else around the world, it will give you a different time. Because this time is now shown in your local time. So 5 o'clock is when it will start my local time. So you need to check it out. Obviously, if you come and join our Discord channel, the link is in the description. It would be great to have you here. Pop in, get into the Townstar chat. There's normally always people in there, even when the game is going, talking about stuff, discussing things, helping each other out, posting, you know, like builds, you know, asking, you know, can anyone give me an idea of how to speed this up, how to improve it? All that kind of stuff. We are here to help you. So come along, check it out, and, you know, it'd be great. Like I say, it'd be great to have you here. So like I say, 6th of September to the 10th of September, the reward is going to be an NFT. Now, I'm really hoping it's not going to be another storage. I mean, don't get me wrong, the specific storages are great, but it would be nice to have something else. You know, give us something different than just a storage, you know, somewhere to put stuff. Saying that, I forgot that was down there. I have actually read this earlier, but yes, there we go. So it's a pumpkin storage. So, like I say, I mean, a big, you know, a shout out to Gala. I mean, it's great having these NFTs, and for those of you that have got these NFTs, I'm not sure if you've noticed this, but I've started to notice that on OpenSea, some of these free NFT storage units are actually starting to increase in price. So you never know, you might be holding on to something that could be worth, you know, 50 to 100 or more in the near future, dollars. So like I say, they're not, you're getting them for free, but you could well end up selling them for a good price. And obviously the good thing is that basically it's going to be top 4,500 people, and you're only going to really need 50k stars to qualify. So, if you want to come along, get yourself a pumpkin storage. Obviously, with October coming pretty rapidly, I'm guessing that there is going to be a pumpkin meta at some point in the very near future. The fact that they're throwing in a pumpkin storage, because it's not a build that we do. It's not a build that is a mainstream build. It's not a build that we regularly use. So the fact that they're giving us a pumpkin storage makes me think that come Halloween, there is going to be a pumpkin meta. So obviously for those of you that maybe agree with that, you might want to get practicing those pumpkin builds. And then the 20th of September to the 24th of September, again 5 p.m. UK time. Remember, check out what time it is for you. The reward is going to be in Gala, but again, just like this competition that has just passed, the fabric box, it's only going to be top 1,000 people that are going to earn rewards. Now, as you can see on both of these competitions, metas have not been discussed. So we're going to probably have to wait until Monday the 5th of September, possibly Sunday the 4th of September, before we find out what the meta is going to be for the competition on the 6th. And then, like I say, for the competition on the 20th of September, we're probably going to find out a few days before what the meta will be for that. And as always, or I try to do my best, I will post the meta in the Discord section. Well, actually, it'll be in the our Townstar announcements. That's where we're at now. This is our Discord server. It'll be in the Townstar announcements. The meta will be, but also for those of you that are not members of our Discord, why are you not? Why are you not members of our Discord? Come and join. Find out all the information. I will post it in the community section of my YouTube channel. So just make sure you are checking that out regularly. And if you're not already getting notifications from my channel, make sure you do it. So when I post that meta, you will be notified. And therefore, you'll have all the information as to what the meta is going into the next Townstar competition. Okay, so on a final note, it's a bit of a sad note, to be quite honest. Crystal Swagger Stick. Now, this is a woman that has been a Townstar YouTube creator for quite some time. She gives good advice. She's pretty much quite always tip-top on the information that is coming out of Gala and getting it to us as viewers. She is pretty much on the ball with that. But the sad thing is that Crystal Swagger has decided to walk away from Townstar. She's basically said that she was very disgruntled with the last competition. And I think that was the Sangria competition, actually. And I do agree with her on what she says. And basically, she stated the reason why she's not happy with the way the competitions are is because Gala, when they're creating these competitions, or most recently when they've created these competition and metas, they've basically just killed everything, like nerfed everything in the way of points for producing items, except for what they've decided is going to be the main product that we're meant to produce. Which, so basically, if you didn't quite get that because it was terribly explained, so basically Gala are basically saying, right, this is the meta. So let's say it was Sangria, and that is the only one you're going to be able to do and be competitive. Because if you try and do anything else, because they've absolutely nerfed them, you're just not going to be anywhere near competitive. It's not even worth trying to do another product, and that is for Crystal something that is not good. And I totally agree, because it takes the fun out of it. It even takes the strategy out of a strategy game, because, well, if you're being told what to do and it's the only thing you can do to be competitive, well, there's no strategy, is there? There's no need for a strategy, because that's what you're doing. That's the tile, basically the best tile you need to be on, and then you just get on with your build. And that's the other thing with the way that Gala have done this, is because they're basically saying there is only one product to produce, that means there is essentially only one optimal tile to be on, which might be a plains with 1 water, or a plains with 2 water, or a tile with a mountain on it, or something like that. So, but if you end up on any other tile that is the optimal, again, you're not competitive. You can't be competitive. And when when we're required to leave our computers on for 4 days straight, especially with the amount of cost of electricity these days, give us other options. Because if you can't get onto an optimal tile, then there's no point in playing, unless you've got a real serious amount of NFTs that essentially can overcome the disadvantage of being on a suboptimal tile. Now, for me, having a primary product that is, let's say the optimal product to produce in the competition is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But give us the ability to use other products on other tiles that we can still be competitive. Rather than just, setting everything else at such a massive disadvantage, you can't do anything else but the product that is being set down in the meta. I just think it's ridiculous. I think it's absolutely ridiculous, because, like I say, it takes the fun out of it. It takes the whole point of the game, which is a strategy game. It takes that away from the player. Like I say, and for those people that don't get onto an optimal tile, if they had another product that they could go to, so that, we could do uniforms and still be relatively competitive, or do wine and still be relatively competitive, or do anything, like I say, but have a main product and then maybe have a couple of others that have not been nerfed as bad, or not nerfed at all, just set them at default levels. Have your main product at, like, say, boosted levels like they do, and then have a couple of other products, or that we can create on different tiles that are, say, set to default. But yet, if you're good enough at the game, you could still well be competitive against those people that are doing that boosted product. But it gives options. Right now we have no options, and like I say, for me, it takes away the whole point of a strategy game, which is the strategy behind it. So anyway, like I say, massive disappointment that Crystal has announced this, that she's no longer doing Townstar. But the only thing I would say to Crystal is, when I was working in IT, and dealing with computers and all that kind of stuff, one thing that was said to me is that there are essentially no bad computers. There are no bad computers. There are only bad programmers. So because the other thing that Crystal said is that she's not going to be doing Townstar anymore, but she's going to gravitate and move towards one of the other games. I believe she said The Walking Dead. But the thing is, though, you can't blame Townstar, the game itself, for the problems come from the developers. The problems come from Gala. So if all you're doing is moving sideways but staying within the Gala world, you could well find those problems move into other games as well. You know, obviously, Crystal will find out. We'll all find out as these games get released. But at the end of the day, like I say, really, surely the problem with Townstar, the blame should not be placed on the game itself, but the blame should be placed on the developers and the thinkers behind the way the game works. Now, before anyone starts bashing me, you know, I love this game. I think it's a great game. I have invested in the platform. I think if everything that Gala is telling us that they're trying to do with the platform, if they succeed, I think the platform will be massive. I think Gala, the coin itself or the token, will be massive. But like I say, for me, I just think that with these competitions, there just need to be more options. I think there need to be more options which would make it more fun and make it, you know, give everybody a chance, even those people that may not end up on an optimal tile. You know, they could then say, okay, so you know, like I say, if you require a mountain, but the best, you know, all you can do is get a plains or a forest, well, you're not going to be competitive, are you, with something that requires a mountain, because you don't have a mountain. But if there was something else that you could do on the tile you were able to get, then you could then stand a chance of being competitive. And like I say, you know, the fault, as far as I'm concerned, is not the game. It's the people behind the game. So that's all I have to say on that. I'm going to leave that there. Obviously, if you can smash that like button, it really does support my channel, which then helps me bring more content to you. So take care, have a great rest of your week, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.